Hello, this is Tyler coming to you from Tallinn, Estonia. Okay, I have a really quick Shopify situation that happened, and it's an investment lesson for anyone that's looking at the stock market and is looking at trying investments. Okay, so in 2015, I was told by my dad to look at Shopify stock and buy some shares. So I went ahead and looked at the stock, and it displayed that it was it seemed like a good solid company. So I said, yeah, I want to go ahead and buy the stock. And I usually go a little maybe overboard when I invest in stocks. So I went ahead and bought like 20. It was about $20,000 worth. It was trading at around $25 to $30 a share. I bought about $8,000 first, and then I went ahead and bought like another 12,000 shortly thereafter. And it was it was a really good investment at that time in 2015. Shopify at that time was releasing kind of a whole new system, and they were just really emerging on people's radar. And I was like, yeah, this is going to be a great performer. So anyone who doesn't know about Shopify, Shopify is an online platform similar to Amazon, and it gives people the ability to sell their products as businesses. And it's very similar to selling on Amazon with probably less restrictions, and it's kind of a website or web platform that makes it easy for people to have a web store, whether they have both a physical store or just a digital store or both. And that's what Shopify is. It's probably one of the top three web platforms of this kind in the world. So went ahead and bought those shares, and I was sitting on it, and over the next year I saw that the price was going up per share, and so I could see it was a good investment. But at around the same time, there were other stocks that I was starting to become really interested in. So I'm not, at that time I wasn't very patient with holding on to stocks and just being like, okay, this is the stock market. You have to be patient and let this thing go to full capacity. And I sat on it, and then after about a year, I was starting to look at selling it because there's some other stocks that I wanted to buy also, and I just didn't have enough funds at the time to own all of those companies. And so what happened is that I went ahead and after about a year and a half, it was about midway or around midway through 2016, I sold most of my Shopify shares. And by that point, it had gone up, I think maybe doubled, maybe a little less, but it was a solid like capital gain that I earned from that. But what ended up happening from 2016 until now, or 2019, was that the stock just continued surging. The company was continuing to make a lot of movement or progression, and was growing and growing. And it actually just 2 or 3 months ago went to about over $400 a share. So if you do simple math, I was holding around $20,000 worth. My holding at that point, or at this point, or just a couple months ago, would have been around $340,000 if I hadn't touched that. If I had just let it sit. And this is just a quick lesson, though, that it's really important that if you're sitting on these kind of companies, just let it wait. I mean, the stocks or the companies may have micro surges, they may have micro dips, they may have all sorts of factors that play into the value, perceived value by investors, by institutions. There's all sorts of factors psychological factors also that influence the price of these stocks. So if you own a stock like this, just hold on to it, and you may eventually have a Shopify story like myself. Thank you for watching.